Hello, everybody, and welcome! I hope you've been enjoying Dunwich Week. Spoiler alert, this is recorded during Dunwich Week. I know you're enjoying Dunwich Week. Thank you. Thank you. Ignore all the stuff on the table. We're recording another game after this. If you're interested in what it is, it's called Primal the Awakening. So
or don't and check out the video.
Yeah, check it out, you know?
Yeah.
We're here. This is, I actually have this introduction here. So a few weeks ago, I released a survey to everyone asking people to rate the various Dunwich scenarios on the metrics of fun, design, and quality, kind of harkening back to our original rating videos that we did ages ago. That we stopped doing.
Yeah, that was like 3 recordings.
Well, we ran out of things to
review.
Yeah.
Rank, really.
Well, also, I think Innsmouth was our last one, and then the new box format came, and we were like, frick this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it came down to.
Yeah.
But we talked a lot about our thoughts on the Dunwich Legacy on the channel, so I thought with this one it'd be fun to go to the community. How this is going to work is we're going to check out the rankings. I have an average of all of the 104 votes that we got for each of these, rated out of 10, with everybody's own personal metric. Let me tell you how many people are like, why is there a difference between fun and good? And I'm like, well, maybe you don't think it's fun, but it's good. Like Before the Black Throne, right? Like, I don't really have fun playing it, but I think it's very good,
good.
Right? And then the well-design's in there as well, but it's everyone's own personal scoring metric for all of these. And then I also got some comments for these that we're going to react to. I included one just for you, Travis, that I figured you would like. I'll also try to find the funny usernames to include as well. See if any of those got through.
That's good.
So yeah, this video is going to be super chill. It's mostly us kind of just like nodding and giving our thoughts on things.
React video.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a React video.
The lowest form of content.
That's why it's later on in Dunwich Week, but not the last video of Dunwich Week.
Not like the law.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
All right. So first up, we got the House Always Wins. This is played first or second. For these ones, I just said I'm not going to make you actually choose which one it is. At a fun rating of 7.7 out of 10. A well-designed average of 7.5 out of 10, and a good of 7.5 out of 10. I think
it's pretty fair.
Yeah. I guess it's also like one of those things where, like, I guess what would your rating be? Like, let's just do good because that's the easiest one. I would probably give like a 7 for this one for me.
Yeah.
So pretty on par with this.
It's like definitely above average, but it's not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like this one's a lot of fun to play, but there's a couple of like flaws in it. But yeah, I'd probably get like a 7.5 for the good score there.
Yeah, Travis just doesn't like being asked to sell his Dr. Milan.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
He's worth so much more.
It was great when I did my Iron Man with Rex. I got, for the first turn, I got a magnifying glass and 2 Dr. Milan. So I was like, you want a U? You're going to the mob. It was perfect. But yeah, I also I thought it was fun in like the showing off the bad design showcase sort of thing where we did our most recent draft run of this, and the monsters showed up, but we still had to gamble.
Yeah.
Like the guy at the casino blackjack table is like, no, you are finishing this out. I don't care about that. You must gamble with me.
Yeah, or like trying to get to the back room is locked, and he's like, not until you have chips.
Yeah, you idiot, get back to the table. It's like mobsters around him are getting swallowed. Yeah, that was...
you gotta prove that you got enough money to go play at the high roller tables in the back. Because if you don't, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't go back there.
Get killed by monsters.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay out here, get eaten.
Yeah.
It's your choice. Well, actually, it's not your choice.
No,
You have to follow my rules. Yeah, it's my choice
that I just created.
All right, some comments here. It's fun, and the conglomeration of sphere adds good challenge and rewards using firearms. The conglomeration of spheres is big enemy. It's kind of cool how that guy in scenario 1 and scenario 8 is equally as menacing, right? Like, even in scenario 8, you're like, okay, how do I deal 6 damage to this thing? Not a great scenario for seekers, but thematically fun. And then one of the tightest and best designed scenarios I've played. Everything just feels right and makes sense. So I included the people and also their ratings here as well to give some context. And I tried to grab like a little bit of everything, but I focused a lot on...
No, you should just pick the ones that like reflected your opinion.
Yes, silenced everything else.
Yeah.
We got a big one here, but I think there's some good stuff. When it was a novel experience to puzzle through the scenario in a non-traditional way, as the House Always Wins ask us to, the scenario blew me and my partner's minds. It also did, like, for us on our first play. As time has gone on, I've replayed Dunwich several times. It started to feel like a slog to get through, and its randomness tends to bore me. Thematically, however, like the rest of Dunwich, it tells a story very clearly and well, which is something more contemporary scenarios should aspire to. I never have to stop and figure out what is going on. I feel it when I play. So I included this one because this is something that, like, we say a lot about, at least, like... Scarlet Keys, Edge of the Earth, right? Where it's just like, what are we doing? Like, we don't know. The agenda and act are just more story, right? Like, it doesn't do anything,
No, I mean, Scarlet Keys is real bad for that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and at least Edge of the Earth has, like, fun, stupid things that happen.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think the scenarios in Edge of the Earth, for the most part, are good.
Yep.
It's the, like,
just
campaign guide that comes with it that's the harder part.
They just don't string together all that well.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that's also kind of the case with Dunwich, right? Where I always enjoy playing Dunwich, but I feel its low points, but I'm never, like, excited to be like, oh, Dunwich, you know?
Yep. There's like three-ish maybe scenarios that I'm like, okay, fast as we can, though.
Yes,
Just like, I want to get on to the next one.
Yeah.
Let's just be done with
Yeah,
this.
part of that's probably just because you play it so much. Like, so many times.
Yeah.
I've only played it like 100 times.
It's just, only the most of all the Arkham that exists,
Yeah.
I love it when Arkham uses roleplay light elements, like remember that you've cheated and had a drink.
That's
I like
always a
those.
nice little touch.
Yeah, like in
those
Carcosa
are
when you
fun.
can steal from the box office. It's good. It's good shit.
Or
Yeah,
jump
even-
off the balcony.
Yeah, even if like
Brace
half
your
the time they
legs.
don't actually really mean anything, they're just like, do you
It's still
remember
cool.
you did this, though?
Yeah, and like the stuff that's like in the spider hospital when you can like grind down the stairs.
yes.
Yeah, woo! Oh fuck, that
There's a
shit's
wheelchair
great.
down here.
Yeah, maybe we just like jumping off stuff.
And jump off stuff's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, not so much now that I'm in my 30s, but it's
No,
all right.
Yeah, but I like to at least
Thinking
pretend.
about it is-
I like
is
to
fun.
role play. I'm jumping off
Yeah,
stuff. you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I don't actually want to do it.
My design issues are mainly the lack of reminder text on Agenda 1B that criminals lose aloof, which likely messes up most blind plays. So early in a player's experience, the scenario is likely is played, and that running out the agenda deck while somebody resigned with Francis Peter under control did resign while still failed the scenario. Dropping clues in the back alley isn't as bad. It's too easy of a location to gain VP anyways. At least you have to apply some tricks or gaming the game to archive it. So that's actually like
It's fair.
that's why I like to include this one because it was a low design score. But I also kind of agree that I think even though it seems unintentional for the back alley to not get clues, maybe it was intentional because how it works then if you reveal 2 of the locations to get the player clues you need to advance, you have the victory. So basically like you don't have to go to one of the final scenarios. One of the final locations in that scenario to go through.
Maybe.
It could be. It could have been. Or it could have just been a weird change in resign rules. Yeah. All right. After House Always Wins, we got Extracurricular Activity, which got a 6.5 out of 10 for fun, a 6.8 for well-designed, and a 6.6 for good. Which I also think is pretty fair. Like, it's not a bad scenario, but I think it's, like, less appealing than House Always Wins, but not by much. Just, like, by the smallest amount.
Yeah, I would probably also give this a 7 for good. Like, it doesn't have any of the design flaw. It doesn't have any glaring design flaws, really, I don't think. It does a good job introducing you to the Dunwich mechanics. Sort of the story elements that makes sense with what you're doing, where we're just going to the university to look for this guy. We don't know where he is, so let's get exploring.
Yep.
You have to get someone to help you to get into some of the locked areas, and those sort of role-play elements are well represented.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's not like a flashy or exciting scenario.
No. I like that the Finding Jazz Mulligan in the encounter deck is kind of teaching the mechanic in advance of, hey, there can be objectives or things you want in the encounter deck to tease the loss in time and space later on.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, some comments. Not bad, just not memorable. Multiple pulse outcomes are nice. Some campaigns rarely attempt this. It would be nice if the alchemical concoction route felt more doable. I actually do like that the experiment is like a fucking like Panzer tank, you know, like he has like so much health and he readies during the start of the enemy phase.
You're not wrong. He is like a Panzer tank, and if you bring an anti-tank gun,
Yeah.
I think he might go down like a sack of shit.
Just blast the frick out of him. Yeah.
You guys made fun for bringing the anti-tank gun to the university.
Yeah.
But now you're happy I did.
Yeah,
You're setting up on the hill or the quad.
Oh, thank you, Dexter. Thank you. Yeah. It's always Dexter who does it.
Yeah, he's just pulling it out of a top hat.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm loaded. That's a good joke. That's good.
That's a good one.
I love Arkham scenarios that go to classic locations from Arkham Horror 2nd Edition. I agree with that. That's why I included your comment. I agree. I think they should revisit the university again in a future scenario, particularly one that takes place in the science building. I also agree.
Yeah.
There's a really cool Mansions of Madness scenario that takes place in the science building where a star vampire gets out and like you have to like fight the star vampire. I think it's just like Arkham is a great location and they should like use it.
Yeah, that's something I found a little bit disappointing about Drowned City, where I do kind of minor spoilers for that campaign, I guess, but I wish that there was like 1 or 2 scenarios that were actually in Arkham.
Yeah, more than the ones that they had.
Yeah, so you could like actually explore it a little bit.
Yeah.
What if it was a prologue scenario where you're putting together supplies and team members, but you only have X amount of time and money to do it? That's a scenario.
It's not a scenario. That's just reading.
Also, you have to
extra
keep your
steps.
mulligan.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
that to
it's just
that.
extras. That's reading with extra steps.
So, less scenarios in Arkham, I understand.
No,
That's what we got for that. No more Arkham scenarios. We heard it here. Yeah. On the blind play, we thought we had the big bad had to die, so we wound up timing out. Taught me better than the Midnight Mass that sometimes you just gotta get gone. It's true. The different paths to victory are an exciting thing to explore with this one.
Yep, come on.
Yeah, Russ, come on up. This is the video to do it.
Yeah, come on.
Or just stay on the floor like a weirdo.
Okay.
Hi.
Up next, we got the Miskatonic Museum, which got a 5.1 for fun, a 4.7 for well-designed, and a 4.9 for good.
I mean, I would tank the well-designed part of this, but fun and good. Like, yeah, 5's pretty fine.
Yeah, it's just...
It's not unfun.
No, this is one of the scenarios that I'm like, quick as we can. Though.
Yeah, this one.
But that's also the optimal strategy. So,
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
This one is more fun if you play it in good faith.
Yes. Yeah.
hey,
I think, yeah, if you come in with, like, the idea where, like, as your fighter, you're like, I have found ways to investigate or get clues. Like, there's some things. Well, Russell, not crushed by Raxon. The ultimate Look at him. Look at him.
He's not the ultimate dinosaur. He's the tutorial boss.
No, that's the most mega ultimate dinosaur. They add just more words to them. But yeah, no, I agree that this one, but like it is it actually is a fun scenario when you are the seeker. That's easy. We know that. I had a great time as Rex, right? Good job, Russ. But it's also like I agree. I think that the mood on this one is actually really good.
Yeah.
But it has the weakness of just like that. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except eat damage.
Yep. A strong start, the cute narrative branching of how you enter the museum is rapidly undermined by a poor execution of a simple concept. This is effectively a haunted house scenario where the design inadequately executes the procedure of a stalking monster. The return to helps a lot, but I'm ignoring that for the sake of this rating. Thank you, I appreciate that. And it still doesn't solve all the scenario's problems. This concept has been done much better in later Arkham scenarios, and while I rarely have an outright bad time here, Museum has some objective faults in its design, and I would have more fun with it if it was a better scenario. I like that last sentence because it's the most true thing. If something was better, it'd be more fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think this is a very good point, right? Like, it's just, I think the start is very good when you have that choice. And then, like, finding the first museum hall is good. And then, like, after that, it's just like, what's happening here?
Yeah. It's like, I think it's not a bad scenario. Like I said, if you're playing in good faith or you don't realize it's broken.
Yeah.
Like the first time we played through it, it wasn't horrible.
No, it was fun. We gave it, I think, a 3.5 or a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. After our second play.
And then after our second time played through it, we were like, wait a minute.
I mean, I think that's kind of like the Dunwich problem. Like, the scenarios that are good are very good, but the scenarios that are like this, where you can notice the flaws on repeat playthroughs, where, like, stuff like Forgotten Age just, like, gets better over time because you learn to, like, appreciate that it actually is, like, very well designed in a lot of parts, right? I don't know what it is. I'm just not a fan of the way the monster works. I appreciate the honesty. Sometimes we just don't know what it is.
yeah.
Boring waste of the museum location, unfortunately. I mean, I think it does a good job of like showcasing the museum. But I mean, I'm hoping maybe with current they're like more open to revisiting things. Like we talked about, like a Yogg Sothoth comes back. I think like that could be cool.
I hope we get a standalone in the museum with like Round to Goth.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And he like chases you around or something,
Yeah.
but you can't kill him until the end. You have to put together some kind of like
And there's
puzzle or
there's
some
only
shit.
one of them, and
comes with,
it's just like
comes with a little music box, plays Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
yeah, should be a must. I actually thought the blind was pretty good. Felt tense not knowing when the big bad would come out and knowing it's getting stronger, but it just gets duller every time after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, there's more for this one. Wow. I wish there had been more treacheries that tested fist or foot that gave the investigators who normally manage lots of monsters something to do when the single monster is not out and about. I mean, I think there was that one card, the ephemeral exhibits we had, and we rated it, I think, one of the bad treacheries, was that should have been like maybe change that to a fist test, right? Because now your clover is like, I have to plan. It kind of like even promotes the flexing a little bit more.
Yeah, even something simple as like more locked doors or like locked exhibits, whatever you want to style them for that scenario, because like it's closed.
Yeah.
Or you know, like some kind of alarm system that you need foot to get out of, or
you could
you like lose actions or something.
Yeah, even like having just some locations that were like the woods locations in the core set, which are just like this can be investigated using fist, right? Like, or like you break the glass and you're like, I want this, or like you break the glass and you get a sword to fight with.
Yeah.
Just like a shield. Yeah, they would have probably done more stuff with that if it came out today. Having a scenario that features only one recurring enemy and nothing else is a great concept. The execution was lacking and barely works, but I wish they return to that well again in the future. With some tighter mechanics, this could be great. I mean, I think the philosophy of the scenario is good. The design just lets it down. Yeah. All right, it's a train!
Yeah, this one is fun.
I'm surprised this one rated so high.
I was too, to be honest. I only hear people shit talk it, but apparently
we have a great time playing it.
People love it. 8.1 out of 10 for fun, 7.4 for well design, and 8.0 for good. And I mean, I do think that actually is like pretty fair for the well design. I think the people call the bug working advanced too early on higher player counts is just like RNG. It's like saying that. I mean, it's not the same, but to me, it's like how you can roll a 1 or pull the auto fail in this game. You know, like it can happen sometimes. So, and I maybe even like by design, where it's just like in order for the Mythos deck to be stressful, that had to happen, right? That had to be a possibility when you're drawing 4 cards a turn.
Well, I imagine it's part of the design with how, like soft basically the resolutions are, right? Like this one. It's kind of what I always think when people complain about. They're like, oh, we got just like doomed out on turn 4 or whatever from shuffling back and drawing while playing Ancient Evils. And it's like, yeah, but like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You get a weakness that mills the top 3 of your deck when you draw it.
You even get like bonus experience.
I think, you do. Yeah. Because this one wanted you to fail forward, like how a train fails forward down the track.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, is that how trains work?
They
do. Yeah. I like trains.
You fail forward when you walk. Like walking is just you're like falling forward and then your foot automatically catches you.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not steam powered.
Yeah, but
you're not?
The same concept as a train.
Wow, Bryn, you got to get an update. Go back to the database and see if they can install the steam powered
I got
mod.
like this really shitty chemical reactor.
Yeah. No,
you don't want that one.
No, you want the steam. Yeah. First comment there, I like trains. Hell yeah, trains are great.
Trains are sick.
This is a wild scenario. You can always fail no matter how you prepare, and that's good. The best always amaze new players. It is very good for like the experience of the first train car getting sucked up.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
Yeah. We gotta go. The simplicity in design and the very clear task Essex County Express throws at you always was and is my favorite of my co-investigators. We all have a great time. I actually hate this one. I hate how spiky the threat can be. I hate how RNG can purely make moving through the train awful or breezy.
I thought that the Jordan name said Justin. I was like, you just put your own comment.
That would be so funny.
That would have been good. My voice is not heard enough. I want everyone to hear it more. I mean, I do like. I think it is fair. Like the but it's also good where like when I think like the train car entering where you can just like take damage or horror. It can feel bad, but I think again, like everything else, I think ultimately it's probably a good thing.
It's like entirely manageable.
Yeah, it's also like adds to the. I think like if you took away one threat from this scenario, I think it would kind of just like lose a lot. You know, like all the threats working together are what make it so good. Russ, you got a new buddy.
Yeah.
I should take a picture for Julie. She'll love that.
It's like a little baby.
All right. What's next? Oh, more comments. I think a good measure to know how much you like scenarios is thinking on memories made, and I have two for this scenario. The first time a wagon was yeeted, I remember the oh fuck vibes on the table, fantastic. And the second one, another time the encounter deck got a shovel, we were playing 4-player with 3 Doom remaining. The Mystic plays delve too deep and drawing 3 Ancient Evils, making us lose the scenario, fantastic. Hell yeah, I mean, like, I agree. I think that...
I mean, that delve too deep was worth like 3 XP.
Yeah. That's a strong delve too deep.
Pretty good.
It's worth like 9 XP.
Yeah.
Because you get the 2 per for failing, for losing the scenario. Getting sucked into the other world.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Like it's
like, yeah.
worth 3 XP for each player.
Yeah.
Some of the
Instead of
worst
1.
things happening in this game make for the best stories. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I still, like, the thing that I'll remember the most in Arkham was when I played a custom scenario, and there was a test that it was like brain 30, but the whole thing was that you spend clues to bring it to 0.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 different paths you could take to victory, and I chose that one because I was like, I'm going to get these clues and I'll make this a test to 0. And then you pull the auto fail, and you're in the moment, you're like, this is the worst thing. But now I look back and I'm like, that's one of my favorite moments. Just like all that.
This is the worst design.
And then I'm just like, nah, that was like, it should be kind of unfair. It makes it a little bit fun sometimes.
It does.
This isn't a well-balanced scenario across all player counts, but it sure is fun. Yep. It is very fun. All right, on to Blood on the Altar. We got a fun 7.6, well-designed 7.9, and a good for 7.8, which, again, I think these are all fair. I think the design... I mean, I guess actually, it's not the design, but I feel like this scenario is a little bit swingy, but I think that's also kind of Dunwich, right? Where, like, how the encounter deck goes can really impact things for you.
Yeah, I think this one deserves like an 8.5 or a 9 for design. It's very well designed. A lot of the pieces come together very nicely to not just set the theme, but also like make the game play well.
Yeah.
I think it would be better designed if they didn't just kill Earl Sawyer, but
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's actual, you could actually have one of your allies killed.
Yeah, like variable outcomes or whatever.
No, but it's like 2 sacrificed, 1 Earl Sawyer really brings it down a little bit. Yeah. Great setup. It can just be super random of how quickly you can find the key. It could be the first location or the 5th. Which, I mean, again, there's a lot of time in that scenario. Both Blood on the Altar and Where Doom Awaits have like eons of time.
Yeah. I mean, like you did kind of just describe card games.
Yep,
so
it is randomness. Yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes you get the stuff you need right away, and sometimes you don't.
Yep. Yep. Nothing.
The fun part is what do you do when you don't?
Yeah, and how do you work towards making that feel less bad, right? How do you make up that time?
I complain on the internet.
Honestly, Travis, that's very healthy. That's a very healthy approach. I think you should do it more.
Oh.
Yeah, not to like belittle your complaint here, like, but it is.
Yeah, right. It's like saying I didn't draw my one of, or I mean, the big thing too is also like when you mill a card, or like
It's your high experience weapon. You're like, no.
Yeah. It can happen. Yeah, because sometimes it's done at your weakness, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, because they just let you do that.
They just let you do that.
Yes, because they just pumped your deck full of weaknesses.
They did. Then you get like, nothing to say. This is just a good scenario. Wish it were a little longer. Exploring Dunwich is fun. The boss isn't great, so I wish there was more focus on the town and residents. I think that's fair too.
Yeah, when we talked about this one earlier in the week.
Yep.
I think that was like pretty much our only real big, or no, when we were doing the yearbook video.
Yes. Yeah.
That was like pretty much our only real complaint about this one.
Yep. Yep. Amazing. The kidnapping mechanic is amazing, and I'd like to see more scenarios that can alter your deck beyond adding player cards and weaknesses to it. I mean, I agree. I really like the... Oh, I forgot a line break between 2 of the posts. That's okay. Calm down, Justin. That's all right.
It's not perfect.
You don't have to be perfect.
No, you don't.
But yeah, no, I like when they can just remove allies, they can just die. I feel like, especially when you were just like had a small collection, that became such a big moment where it's like, if it was now, it's like, okay, I'll just put in Jeremiah Kirby if Dr. Milan dies, you know?
Yeah,
but like
just have like second copies of just about everybody.
Yeah. But back then it was just like, oh, that's done.
Like Peter's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always surprised this scenario exists when I play Dunwich. I mean, apart from the kidnapping thing and, like, I think even, like, the first flavor feeling, it can be pretty forgettable, too. But I think it is still, like, very good. It's okay. We've seen similar better on other campaigns. Just love the final big boss. 7 of 8, if I remember correctly. Really fun. He is a big boy. And his name is Silas. Undimensioned and Unseen. Back into the dregs. 5. 4.7 and 5 for fun, well-designed, and good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably rate this one like a little bit lower on the well-designed, but the fun and the good is pretty fine, I guess. The only real complaints I have about this one these days is the random movement is extremely tedious to do.
Yep.
And the fact that the birds are just, there's one of them.
Yes. I think if they had the variants of it in the box, we would be actually probably a lot more positive on this scenario as a whole as a community,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I know we're not talking about the return to,
Yeah.
but
It does a lot for this one.
Yeah.
yeah, that like the 6 cards or whatever, it does a lot of lifting here.
Yes. But I also agree so much with you, Travis. My big beef with this one, at least playing like physical, because in the digital one, you press a button and it highlights one of the broods with a color and then a location with a color. And you're like, wow, it did it for me. Wow. In tabletop now, I put a dice on each brood, which is then denotes that brood on the map. And then I pick up the dice and roll. And then that's where they go. And I have dice on the locations. And somehow that complicated method is easier and less time consuming than the shuffle and reveal for each brood. It's pretty bad, that mechanic. It just feels like just so slow.
Yeah, I think if this scenario were printed now, they would have like patrol instructions to have them cycle around the map.
Yeah. There was a great custom campaign I played that had, you played Darkest Dungeon, did you? You played the second one.
Yeah, I played the second one.
In the first one, there's a boss that is like a guy that has like he's in like one of those like stockades, right?
Okay.
And he wanders in the boss fight, like that's the thing. And in the map, he patrols to one side of the map, and then when he gets there, you flip him over, and his patrols back to the other side of the map.
Okay.
And it's like a very elegant way of having that kind of movement that I think they could have done like a double-sided patrol, and they like these broods could have just like gone back and forth in these directions.
Yeah, they'll have paired really well as well with like variants on them, where different ones patrol different locations.
Yep.
And then maybe once they get there, they just like sit there unless there's an investigator at a connecting location or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have actually done something like different with like each brood.
Yeah.
Yeah. This scenario is this is why I included this one, because this is the scenario is the only reason I'm answering this survey at all. I had to include it.
Yeah.
I very dislike the scenario with a passion. I always feel like I want to skip the scenario and feel very hopeless when I'm actually playing it. First act of the scenario is fine, I don't have anything to complain, but second act is pretty goddamn hard. Having fighters need to fight with willpower other than Mystic or Seeker, but there's only a 1 in 5 chance of our group playing Fighter Seeker, is pretty hard with those combat difficulty. And then you can't add any more damage from external source like skills or events. This is pretty suck. It means that you need to test ridiculously high difficult tests for each damage, which makes a lot of actions and resources. I know that it's do the most you can in Resign scenario, but still feels too difficult for me. I'm pretty glad that they reworked this in Rages of Sin and the Circle Undone and did fix some complaints.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Yeah, so like only 1 in 5 chance of playing Fighter Seeker is like saying that everything that could ever happen has a 50-50 chance of happening. It either does or
true.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like that's not how this works.
Is it Russell? No, he's so cute right now, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I have grown to actually like the fact that you have to only fight with willpower, and I think that works because there's 2 other like giant ass enemies in the scenario that show up, the 2 thralls.
It's not like there's nothing for your fighter to do.
Yeah.
No.
And there's also a lot of tools to help make that easier.
Like getting the clues in the scenario also is not necessary.
No,
It's
just
very much
like
a secondary objective, so you're
a thing you can do to help you fight the broods
Yeah.
if you need that help.
so your seekers and your which like it pairs nicely, I think, with their initial design intention of like every investor is gonna be able to get clues, and then they're like people who have high fist, low brain won't be able to fight the broods very well, but you can still get clues to help people who do have high brain fight them, so that way they are not spending their time getting the clues.
Yep. I mean, I'm not going to say the scenario is good. I think the scenario is still pretty, like, mid to, like, not good.
Yeah.
But I've grown to like it. I mean, a big thing I think is Eric hyped me up on it. Eric had such a good time. And we liked our blind play, too. Because we gave this one also, like, a 3 out of 5, right? Which is... We'd probably go lower today as a group.
Yeah.
But, again, I think that's just, like, the play Dunwich a lot. And it kind of, like, wanes on you.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hit, like, a 1 out of 5 for us, I don't think.
But one thing I do enjoy is that you can game the broods through other effects, because even though you can't damage them, they are non-elite, and like killing a brood with a waylay feels so good. Yeah.
Or like mind wipe them and you're like, pew.
Yeah. Die, bitch! This B-Cup's been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
Take away the randomness where the baddies spawn and the scenario goes from being overly criticized to, dare I say, admire for its theming and difficulty level. Love the encounter sets in this one. I mean, I agree, like, to go a step further, though, like, for the random movement, like we said. I think, again, that...
Where they spawn isn't a big deal, but, like, where they move is the painful... Well, the movement itself is the painful part, I think.
Yeah. Broods being non-elite ended up being a win for replayability, since there's numerous ways to tech for them now. I think that's where most of the fun in the scenario spurts from. You stole my bit from a few seconds ago. How dare you? That was my point that I made.
Justin said, having read these comments in the past and then choosing to put them in here.
I have a script that I'm reading down here. I'm like, say this point here. Yeah. Oh no, Russ, you're gonna start freaking out? Is he doing the thing where he pushes, when you pet him and he pushes his legs into your stomach?
Something like that.
Russ?
Russell.
All right, Russell.
He's gonna fall.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Russ, do not do that to Bryn.
Look.
He's gonna fall. Just drop him.
Yeah, just
let him go.
into the spike pit, preferably.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah.
You're a cat. You can figure this out.
I've had good experiences with the scenario. Having to cobble together solutions for the broods is a little annoying, but can also be a tense challenge. I've also played a team that it was all about... I was able to get all 5 broods without any significant problem, courtesy of Jacqueline. It took hours and was easily the worst experience I've ever had with Arkham. That's funny.
We did great and it was awful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the scenario is like, if you're trying to get all of them, yeah, it is going to take forever. And by the end, you're going to be like, in, out, 20-minute adventure? Like, no.
2
It's
hours.
going to be a few hours.
Yeah, like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. I have so many facts about our blind play because of the history video. I looked back at all that. I remember it was an anomaly because our blind play was 2 hours and 15 minutes long for that video, which was unheard of for us Arkham at the time.
Yeah. It's a long one.
Yeah. I'm with Eric. I enjoyed playing that one with Eric, and it's Eric's favorite scenario. And Eric still played like 8 campaigns, but replays can really change things. So I'm curious when Eric starts replaying campaigns as well.
Yeah, the first time you see something, and like the first time I watched Star Wars, I was like, these are the greatest movies of all time. I've learned a whole lot more about storytelling in movies.
Yeah.
You know.
Where Doom awaits. It's got a 5.1, a 5.0, and a 5.2 for the scores here, which I think is also pretty fair.
Dude, this should be so much worse.
It's my personal least favorite scenario of the campaign.
Yeah.
But just because it has the sin of being boring.
I mean, so like setup and takedown is also like a fucking gong show. They're like, you need 72 different.
You do. You need.
It would have been better if it was just like, take all of them.
Yeah.
Like shuffle them all together.
Yeah.
Like, great, cool, all right, that's easier at least.
I mean, to me, that's really kind of the only big sin that this one commits. But
there was in the latest FAQ. I'm 100% convinced it's the designers trolling the fans. There was a question of how can I play Susie in standalone mode. And they said, shuffle one of every card of your collection together.
All of your experience cards
together,
upgrading,
and then choose randomly. And I'm
That's so good.
That's pretty good. All right, some comments on where Doom awaits. Is this one of the climbing the hill scenarios? In which case, I think there are others that do it better. Not very memorable for me. Just a bit dull. The shelf invocations isn't even that big a deal. We talked about that as well. That card not doing anything. And I don't have any book.
Yeah, that's actually like base game problem. Like usually when I play this, I'll just play with the like the return to location, whether I'm playing return to or not, because it just feels cleaner. Of like, hey, so what do I have to do? I have to be able to investigate this location. Like, because maybe I brought Duke as my investigator, and Matt's only got 2 book.
That was a poor choice.
Yeah, turns out, but it doesn't mean that like you shouldn't be able to play the scenario at all.
We just.
I know. Yeah, we already had this. Yeah. I got the rematch.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah. All right. What else we got here? The older design shows its face here again with how you get new locations out. The return to patch is easy enough to. I want round 2. It's easy enough to teach when playing usually what I do. Less balanced scenario in terms of treachery and doom clock. I mean, yeah, or sorry, least, not less. It is crazy. There is 22 doom for this scenario.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It like this one does just kind of take forever, and a lot of the deck is like, did you see 2 of these? Because then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but what if I didn't?
And then like,
what if those are the bottom half of the deck that I'm not gonna see?
And then like also sometimes you can very rarely get like, here is Avian Thrall and Lupine Thrall and Crazed Shuggoth. And then there's
like if you hit a bunch of cards that have like this similar or complementary effect, it's kind of like, this is really hard.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then man, I mean, like half the cards you do, they just don't do anything.
Yeah, and in the back of your mind, you're like, oh wait, this is an elimination scenario.
And we can die here.
Yeah.
If we die here, we don't even get to play the cool one.
It happened to us once, right? We've died once on this one. Yeah.
Rest
in peace, that run. Good riddance.
I mean, flip side also, like, we should have been better.
Yes. Yeah. I'll always blame the craftsman, not the tool. Well, I guess the tool is my deck. I'm not going to blame the guy who comes in with a sledgehammer and breaks my chair.
But it's also like not the it's not like a bad tool's fault. It's like unless we're describing the person who built my deck as a tool, in which case, like, okay, I guess.
No, I'm telling you, it's the guy who comes in with the sledgehammer and breaks the chair. I should have built a better chair. It's on me. Anyway, Lost of Time and Space, 7.8, 7.9, and 7.9.
Yeah, this one's just like a sick final scenario, I think.
Yeah, it's very good. This one was interesting because I expected this one, especially with the word of mouth and what I've seen online, to be higher. But there was a lot of highs, but there was also a lot of lows in the ratings too for this one, which kind of dropped it down to this. But still, 8's very good. I'd personally probably call it a 9 personally, but it's very good. Yeah, Ross, you can go in that box.
I'd say it's a 9 as well.
Yeah. All right, let's see some comments here. One of the best finales in the game. Great atmosphere and themes of literally being lost in time and space. It's also funny to watch your fighter get killed because they can't get enough clues to escape.
Almost every time.
Yeah, it is very good. And the best part is it's all their fault.
It is, yeah.
They could have included cards.
They had so much time to get 2 clues or 2 card clues in their deck.
You're playing Dunwich, like the 3 of us, for the 6,000th time or whatever, and we show up and we're like, whoever's playing the fighter's like, I can't get clues, guys. What do you mean? You knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah. There's even one shroud location. Just go get a clue. Yeah.
It's command perception or something, man.
This is the first and perhaps best final scenario of a campaign. It's very hard to top how the campaign takes you from small beginnings to cataclysmic events. Well-paced and cool theming. I actually think the scenario is very well-paced as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a... They're not wrong here. This campaign does go very, very well from, like, go find Dr. Francis Morgan and stop him from getting his knees broke by criminals to, like, fight God.
Yeah. And it's also one of those things, too, where I feel like when you step through the portal and where doom awaits, I imagine your characters are immediately like, why the fuck did we do that?
Yeah. Like, look out of the universe, they're like,
we made the worst mistake of our life. Which I think is cool, rather than like coming in and being like, feeling heroic, battling like, other old ones in the finale.
Yeah, it does a really good job also of emulating what your investigators would feel when you first show up and there's one location playing, you're like, what's going on?
Yes, definitely. Just having the possibility of having stubborn detective chase you to the edge of the universe makes this one fantastic fun.
That weakness is like actually cracked. Like that guy's insane.
Yeah. You should get a
Enforcer too. They're like, how much are they paying you?
Yeah.
I owe them 4 resources.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I saw a portal and I followed you in here. Where's Tony the Twig's money? You know. Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna get home?
Yeah, like how are you gonna get it back to Tony the Twig? 'Cause, ain't neither of us leaving this place.
Yeah.
And the best thing is the Yithians join them in on the fight. Like they just like he starts hitting you with a pipe, and the Yithians are like, "Hey, that's a great fucking idea."
That's
and also
probably these guys' ritual to.
This guy was my Tony the Twig.
Yeah, Tony the Twig he has far reach.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's actually a Yithian.
Yes. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Still one of the most memorable capstone scenarios. Fun scenario. Just doesn't feel like a climactic final stage. I'd probably like this more and wouldn't feel disappointed if it was in the middle of the campaign. I thought that was an interesting like counterpoint to everything else.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I can kind of get that, especially if you don't see Yogg show up.
Yes. Oh, 100%. I mean, also, I think that there's a big... I said this in the history of video, where, like, because of Arkham Horror... Oh, my God, Russ. Because of Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, Lost in Time and Space meant something to us.
Yeah.
Right? And I think just even the idea of venturing into the other worlds can be a little bit lacking if this was your first scenario. You don't really understand like what that
The gravity
means.
of that, yeah. Like in 2nd edition, going into another world was scary. You're like, I could die here.
Yeah.
You could show up in the game and be like, take 3 horror, take 3 horror.
And you get lost in time and
like,
space and you're like, okay, thank God it went bad and that was how it went. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best bad it could have been.
All right, and we have here, I got some crowns and poops for the highest rated and the lowest rated for each of these. You'll notice that some of them, for example, like we can look at 7.9 and 7.9 for design. Blood on the Altar also had 7.9, but just, hundredths as opposed to tenths for the decimal. Lost in Time and Space was better. I don't think this is that surprising. The thing that I'm most shocked about was that Essex County Express did as good as it got the crown for fun and the crown for good. I do think that Miskatonic was what I was expecting to get the poop emoji in design.
Yeah.
And it is less good than Undimensioned and Unseen.
Barely,
yeah. You can kind of see that this is kind of like the Dunwich issue, right? Where there's some good ones, but like the stinkers can really stink.
Yeah, we got like 2 that suck and 2 that are really good, and the rest of them are like pretty good.
Yeah.
3 there are good. Blood on the Altar did very well as well.
Yeah. But this was a very fun... I like this. I mean, I like seeing, getting people's opinions and, putting the numbers together, and I'm excited to see how this compares with, in Carcosa Week, we're going to put, the overalls against Dunwich as well, which is going to be very fun to do. So keep your eyes open for Carcosa Week, which is either going to happen in 2 or 3 months. I haven't decided yet, because this one, unlike the class weeks, has fucking... drove me. There's been a lot more work for this one. I might have bit off more than I chew, but it's been very fun.
I mean, it's your job.
It is my fun. I have all the other YouTube videos that also have to come with it. It's just yeah. So it was one of those things where I was like, I could take on an extra assignment, and then I'm in that assignment, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This assignment. But thank you all for filling out this survey. We have 1 video left for Dunwich Week where I interview a bunch of other content creators and get their thoughts, because again, you've heard us talk about this one a lot. It's fun to get some other perspectives as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.